And thanks for joining us here on Sunrise. As you can see, we are tracking rain moving across the Twin Cities metro and beyond right now. It actually started coming down here within the last 20 minutes. And of course, today, hundreds of people will be paying their final respects to fallen officer Jamal Mitchell. We're going to get to that story here in a little bit. But first, let's check in with John and Cece for more on this rain coming down.
Yeah, thanks, Alicia. We are seeing rain showers pick up, especially in the northern part of the state. Looks like now Bemidji's clear, but Brainerd area over Mille Lacs, it's raining pretty good. But we're starting to see that rain actually shift now out of Brainerd, still in Crosby, Emily, and then down towards Mille Lacs. You can see Mora right there. Onamia starting to pick up those rain showers, but it is going to clear out. Little Falls, St. Cloud almost done with this rain here. It's a quick moving 2-hour batch. Lighter as you actually get south. This rain is now in the metro. You can see maybe one heavier pocket going to go over Andover and just north of Forest Lake up there, coming into Lino Lakes actually. This is all moving into Eagan, Twin Cities. This is not reaching St. Paul and Woodbury just yet, but it will get to the east side of the metro. And to the south, looks like it gets even lighter down here, down in Mankato. Know a lot of people in Mankato watch in the morning. Sleepy Eye, Mankato. Just some light sprinkles. We'll track this whole thing out. We got to talk about storms returning Wednesday in your full forecast. Cece.
Hey there, good morning. Yes, definitely seeing those wet roads this morning as of 6:02. Live look here at Highway 55. You can see how those roads are panning out there. Seeing wet roads in the West Metro, really, as John was mentioning, all the way to Minneapolis too. Seeing that, waiting still for those wet roads in St. Paul, but I'll let you know when I do see that. Otherwise, things looking pretty great across the metro. The rain not really impacting the commute or causing crashes at this point. I was tracking a crash on 494 in the Bloomington Richfield area, but that cleared a few minutes ago. So if you're headed eastbound on 494, your commute should be a-okay. I'll be back with some construction projects and drive times throughout this hour. Alicia.
Cece, thank you. Our top story here at 6 o'clock. In just a few hours from now, there will be a final goodbye to Minneapolis police officer Jamal Mitchell, who was killed in the line of duty. Thousands of people, not only here in Minnesota, but across the country, are expected to join Officer Mitchell's family at his memorial service later this morning. Audrey Russo's live at Maple Grove High School ahead of what's going to be a really emotional day. And Audrey, you just spoke, or Chief Brian O'Hara just wrapped up some of his remarks just a few minutes ago.
Alicia, that's right, he did. And I'm here in the auditorium where that just happened, and I'm keeping my voice down because a representative with the Law Enforcement Memorial Association is wrapping up a few remarks as well. But essentially what the chief had to say was that the focus today is on Officer Jamal Mitchell's family and supporting them in any way that the Minneapolis Police Department can. Now, we're about 5 hours away from the memorial services beginning here at Maple Grove High School. They'll start at 11 o'clock. Then at 1:15, attendees will be invited to come outside for a flyby honor. And then at 2:10, the procession will begin from the high school to the airport. Really just a day full of events designed to honor the sacrifice that Officer Mitchell made protecting his own community. Now, the memorial over the next couple of days is really going to span two cities. One, Minneapolis, where he served as a police officer for a year and a half, and New Haven, Connecticut, which is where he's from. His remains are actually being flown back to that city so he can be laid to rest. But Officer Mitchell was 36 years old, and that's really what the focus is on today. His life was cut tragically short, and he leaves behind not only a fiance, but 4 children. Now, though his time as an officer in his chosen city of Minneapolis was short, he showed dedication right away, earning recognition on his 3rd day as a police officer, helping an elderly couple escape a burning building. And that's a lot of what Chief O'Hara spoke about, is that in his short time as an officer, he really gave his all to the city of Minneapolis. Take a listen to what Chief O'Hara had to say just minutes ago.
Jamal was absolutely everything we could possibly ask in a police officer in Minneapolis today. We are incredibly grateful to his family for sharing him with us.
Chief O'Hara showing some emotion there. Obviously, he says that these types of speeches never get any easier to make. When it comes to the rest of the law enforcement community, Minnetonka Police actually posted on social media that they, in coordination with other Hennepin County law enforcement agencies, will actually be taking over some patrols in the city of Minneapolis today so that officers can attend the services and appropriately grieve the loss of their colleague, their loved one, their friend. Cece, I'm going to send it over to you for more details on the procession because I know there are a lot of road closures that folks need to know about.
Yeah, thanks, Audrey. Yeah, like Audrey mentioned, following the memorial, there will be a procession, and it'll leave from the high school just a little after 2 p.m. and it'll follow 94 and then 494 all the way to 62 and then to MSP Airport. So authorities say the public is invited to line any street that runs parallel to these highways, but say you should not stop on the highway. Also, just a heads up for drivers southbound 494 here from Maple Grove to Crosstown will be closed for 1 to 2 hours for that procession. Alicia.
All right, CC and Andre, thank you both for that. Now, the Minnesota BCA is still investigating the shooting that killed Officer Mitchell. We know Officer Mitchell found 2 people hurt on Blaisdell Avenue on May 31st. One of those injured was the shooter who took out a gun and shot him at close range. 2 other officers arrived and shot and killed the suspect. 2 people were also shot in an apartment and died. 4 others were injured. If you would like to pay your respects to Officer Mitchell and his family, but you can't be there in person, you can watch the memorial live right here on KARE 11 and on our KARE 11 Plus app. Well, now to a heartbreaking end to a desperate search for a missing 4-year-old boy in Hopkins. Just hours into the second day of searching, police say a volunteer found the body of Weiss Muhammad in Minnehaha Creek. The child wandered out of his apartment early Sunday morning. Alerts were sent out over concern that he was autistic, nonverbal, and was drawn to water and lived near the creek. More than 100 people, including members of the local Somali community, were out there to help the family.
We will deal with how to stop this from happening in the future. But for now, we want to say thank you and we want to mourn with the family.
Some people are now critical of the investigation, saying it was too slow and to start and was mismanaged. Police also say it's going to conduct a review, but said it called in multiple agencies, canines, drones, and had hundreds of volunteers. There's a fundraiser for the boy's mother that's already raised thousands of dollars. All right, 6:08 is your time. Turning to the 2024 election. New poll numbers released just minutes ago are unveiling the issues most important to Minnesota voters. The KARE 11 NPR News and Star Tribune Minnesota poll asked likely voters about 9 core issues. Democracy came out on top, with 27% saying it mattered most to them for the 2024 election. About 26% said jobs and the economy was their top issue. Immigration ranked 3rd, followed by crime and health care. Rounding out the rest, it went to climate change, then abortion, followed by the Israel-Hamas war. And finally, the Supreme Court of the U.S. The margin for error is at 3.5 percentage points. And coming up tonight, we're actually going to dig deeper into this and take a closer look at the poll numbers, where Minnesota voters stand ahead of this upcoming election.